guys, a bit windy today, so welcome to English in Gear. Creative writing doesn't have to be a dark and gloomy process, it really doesn't. It can actually be an enjoyable activity. Who would have thought, eh? All too often though, students of all ages just don't know where to start. It's such a massive topic, such a vast topic, that why would you know where to start? What to include? And because teachers, like me, are very sad, we English teachers like to talk to you about similes and adverbs and all of these techniques which you do need to use, but are often lost knowing where to use them, and when to use them. So here are my 10 steps for your first 10 sentences. I would actually encourage you not to use these if you're confident with creative writing. After all, it should be a creative process. It shouldn't be prescriptive. It shouldn't be someone telling you what to include sentence after sentence. However, if you are lost, then this video may be just what you need. Let's go. So the 10 steps to create an engaging opening for your teacher, or just for any story, any fictional story, that involves a character. I'm going to give you 10 suggestions for your first 10 sentences of a story, just to grip the reader. If you're confident in writing, don't use these. This is just if you really struggle and get a bit lost. And of course, there's many different ways to do this. This is not at all the best or the only way to do it, but it is our way, and you can easily remember these 10 steps and apply them in school. So straight away, sentence number 1, try to start with a participle phrase. Now what I mean by that, that's an ing word. Walking, fighting, thinking, any of these participles that end in ing. For example, for our story that we're going to do now, imagine a boy lost in the forest. Now, it's very windy today, so apologies if the audio is not great, but imagine a boy lost in the forest, a bit like me, just without the bike. We could say, creeping through the dense forest, the boy leaned against an old oak tree. That could be our first sentence. This just helps you use different variety of sentences in your writing. The next step, try to include 3 adjectives in the next sentence. They don't all have to be together. They can be spread out. For example, James felt numb and his tired feet sank into the decaying leaves. And you could do that. Third step, your next sentence could be a question in the character's mind, or even questioning the reader. I often leave a paragraph break between this question, so that forces me to write a 1-sentence paragraph. So your question could be, oh, change gear. That's not your question, by the way. That's my tired legs. Your question could be, in speech marks, how do I keep going around in circles? The boy pondered. I'm gonna kill a dog here. Oh, dogs. Thank you. Oh, windy golf course. Step 4. Your next sentence should be a really short sentence, no longer than 5 words. For example, you could say, fear swept through James. He's lost in the forest. The kid's going to be scared. Oh, so windy. Step 5, let's try and get a simile in there. We English teachers are always harping on about them. So, could we say, he had been scavenging like a dog for hours. James is obviously looking for water. or maybe food. You're scavenging like a dog. I don't know why my voice does that. Rah! Step 6. Let's start the sentence. You hear how out of breath I am? I'm shattered. Let's start the sentence with an adverb. A lot of the time ly words, but not always. So, could we say boldly? James carried on through the thick land of green. Boldly, James carried on through the thick land of green. Let's go down. I'm gonna die! Rah! Oh my god, why does the hill have to go back up? Step 7. Let's try some personification. The tree is just sneered down on him. Thank you. Step 8. Try to do a one-word paragraph. Literally just a word on its own. So for our sentence, we could write lost ... Could put some ellipsis in there. Don't have to, but we could say that. Step 9. Let's try to include a metaphor. English teachers love metaphors, they do. Let's say, so lost that James had noticed the time slipping away. Speaking of time slipping away, I've realised I've got no lights and it's already 7 o'clock. Hurry up, I should. Final step before it goes pitch black. In fact, no, I've got 2 hours before it gets dark. Step 10. Let's try to use some of the senses. For example, the smell of isolation hung in the air. Just past this gentleman. Oh, sorry, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On your right. Thank you. And that's it, folks. 10 easy techniques you can apply to the first 10 sentences of your story. I'm going to kill someone. Oops, there you go. What headphones in you have. Apologies for Yoda. Apologies for the bounciness as well. And don't forget to check out my new YouTube channel at Just English Tuition. That's it, Just English Tuition. Take care, folks. Tatty bye.